The year is 2030. Jaguar is now building only electric cars, and we now have the infrastructure to support them. But it will be a while before that future becomes a reality. What we can show you though is a glimpse of the things to come. And for that, we have the new Jaguar I-Pace with us. This is the brand's first all-electric car. It came in 2018 globally, and now it's on sale in India. It's also won several accolades including World Car Design of the Year, Green Car of the Year and the World Car of the Year 2019. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the car of the future. The Jaguar I-Pace arrived globally in 2018 and Siddharth extensively drove it on the road, the racetrack and off-road to the mountain top in Portugal. We now drive the electric SUV in a more familiar setting to see how the I-Pace performs on the roads at home. The I-Pace draws power from two permanent synchronous magnetic motors, one on each axle. The electric motors produce 394 brake horsepower and 696 Nm of peak torque. And all of that torque is available right from the word go. 0 to 100 km per hour in 4.8 seconds, a top speed of 200 km per hour, but it's the rolling acceleration on the I-Pace that gives you this big smile that I have right now on my face. All you need to do is this. I am not making it up, it's exactly what it looks like. Power is instant, you get it from 0 RPM, and all that 696 Nm of peak torque just kicks in for your driving pleasure. And to be very honest, I can do this all day. The rolling acceleration is just insane. You're quick off the line from every signal in the city. Everyone is right behind you, and that's just an amazing feeling all over. And the fact that this is a four-wheel drive version, you get electric motors on both axles, and that makes for insane grip levels at all times. Kudos to the 19-inch tires that do an excellent job of maintaining that traction level, because all you want to do is floor the accelerator every other second, just like this. This is a car that has so much character and is just so entertaining. It handles sharply too, with a responsive steering wheel that's quick in changing directions. The torque vectoring by braking also allows for enhanced agility, and despite being all electric, the I-Pace is feedback rich. But what I really like about the new I-Pace is, of course, that it has minimal body roll. Now this, of course, is an unconventional body style by SUV standards, and this allowed Jaguar to experiment with the design, and that makes for minimal body roll while maintaining some of the bits of SUVs. Yes, there is weight transfer side to side, but the engagement overall of the drive is excellent, and that's what makes the I-Pace so entertaining. And this also comes from the low center of gravity thanks to the floor-mounted battery pack that makes the electric I-Pace one of the best driver's cars as far as electric cars are concerned. At the same time, the SUV is impressively easy to drive. It's silent, with little noise inside or outside. And should you miss a combustion engine, you do get the option to synthesize exhaust sounds. Jaguar has positioned the I-Pace as an SUV, but barring that straight tailgate, there's little that gives it a conventional appearance. The cab-forward design maximizes cabin space with short overhangs, while retaining the familiar Jaguar square grille, sharp raised eyebrow headlights and a stubby bonnet. The standout elements include the bonnet scoop for better aerodynamic efficiency, which is further aided by the flush door handles and rear roof spoiler. The pronounced wheel arches look imposing and distract you from the bold lines. The cabin is a nice place to be in and is a nice mix of minimalism and future tech. The dual-tone interior on a test car looks fantastic, and the quality levels are top-notch. You also get a generous amount of screen time with 3 screens surrounding you. Thankfully though, there are still dials to change the air conditioning and ventilated seat settings. The seating position on the Jaguar I-Pace isn't exactly tall like other SUVs, but it is elevated and you get a good view of what's in front. At the back though, that's not the case, and that's because of the rear windscreen. It's raked and not the most practical, but you do get the clear side rear view monitor, and that gives you a crisp and a digital solution to that problem. It's nice and gives you a good look, especially at night, of everything that's going on behind you. You also get 360-degree cameras, and for a car that's 4.6 meters long, you really want to know what's going at the extremities at either end. Overall, the cabin is a fantastic place to be in. The seats are well bolstered, very comfortable, and it's loaded on features, and the whole clutter-free experience is really right up there in terms of luxury. Jaguar's new PV Pro infotainment system offers copious amounts of data for you to analyze. There's the usual Apple CarPlay and Android Auto connectivity options, but the touch isn't the most responsive and takes some effort. The top spec HSE trim gets the lovely Meridian sound system, as well as features like wireless charging, heads-up display and more. Space is generous at the rear with ample legroom and headroom on offer. The seats though lack under-thigh support, and that's a trade-off to the floor-mounted battery pack. Nevertheless, the panoramic glass roof adds to the sense of space. There aren't any blinds though, and Jaguar says that the tint will block the heat, something we can only confirm during peak Indian summers. The SUV's boot offers 557 litres of space, but isn't exactly vast in reality, especially with that space saver. There's a little frunk at the front too, but can barely accommodate the charging cables. The I-Pace also gets optional air suspension that makes for lovely ride quality. Add to that, the India spec version gets chunky tires with thick sidewalls that further comfort you from all the undulations. Now, you won't exactly trundle on off-road terrain, but with that 230mm of raised ground clearance, it will be a cakewalk for the I-Pace. As we spent a whole day with the Jag, range anxiety was constantly on our minds, and having driven it on city roads, highways, and keeping the car running constantly during the shoot, it still held over 60% of its charge, good for over 300 kilometers. Jaguar claims a range of 470 kilometers from the 90 kWh battery pack, and with a light foot, regenerative braking, and some hypermiling, that number seems achievable. For the average everyday commute though, it would translate to about a week's worth of charge. Jaguar will offer customers a 7 kW AC wall charger, and that brings the charging time to 14 hours. A 25 kW charger will reduce the charging time to 3.5 hours for 80% of charge, while a 50 kW DC fast charger will take only 1.5 hours. You can search for the fast charging options near you on the Tata Power Easy Charge app. The I-Pace is the flagship Jaguar on sale and is priced from 1 crore 6 lakh rupees going all the way up to 1 crore 12 lakh rupees ex-showroom. That is steep, but the segment rivals aren't any different. The Mercedes-Benz EQC is priced at 1 crore 4 lakh rupees, while the upcoming Audi e-tron SUV and the Sportback will command between 1 crore and 1.2 crore rupees ex-showroom. Jaguar's maiden electric offering impresses with its fun-to-drive character and bold design language. And that makes it quintessentially a Jag and not just another electric car.